Good evening, children. How was your biology paper? So I see a lot of questions coming up from your 11th grade. That is almost 26 questions came from 11th grade. Yes, there is no negative marking. Do not be worried about that. And Anuradha ma'am, you're really hardworking. Take rest. Thank you so much, dear. And I hope you guys also will now get a chance to rest. We will just wait for a few seconds and then we'll start off. Works? Okay. We just wait for a few seconds and we'll start off. And dear children, please, however you performed, it's done. Okay, so please do not be worried about anything. Let's concentrate on what is going to come in front. Okay, so all of you guys be positive about whatever comes through. Okay, works? So shall we start solving the questions? I think. Hi Sai Prasad and also Ramdev. Hi. Chalo, let's begin then. Deeksha, thank you, dear. Okay. Hi, it's Ayan. Okay, children, so let's begin. I see everyone has come, so I was just waiting for that. Starting with the first question, I have written down all the answers so that just answers will go, okay? So with respect to limitation of ecological pyramids, which of the following statements are correct? So basically answer is 2. Answer would be 2. Why? Because it does not take into consideration same species belonging to 2 or more trophic level, correct? And it assumes a simple food chain, something that almost never existed in nature, correct? And it does not accommodate a food web as well, that is also correct. So your second statement is correct, okay? Now going ahead with the next question that we have, it is the 6th extinction of species presently in progress is dash times faster than the previous 5 episodes of mass extinction. What will be your answer for this? It is 100 to 1000. Okay, it is 100 to 1000 times faster. That means your answer would be 4. Okay, going ahead with the next question. Species diversity dash as we move away from dash to dash. My dear children, species diversity is going to decrease. It is going to lower down as we move away from what? Equator to pole. So your answer would be what? 4. Your answer would be 4. I hope the speed is fine. Yeah? Chalo. Next. Where is it? In practical examination, this question I already told you for pedigree chart, my dear children. If in both the parents it is not there, so it is autosomal. Yeah, sorry, it is recessive disorder. And if the sexes are equally affected, then it is what? My dear children, it will be autosomal disease. So it is autosomal recessive disorder that is being mentioned over here. So your answer would be 4th for 4th question. So I see most of the options are 4. But yes. Now a student observed TS of plant organ slide under microscope. He observed the vascular bundles in the stellar region as conjoined, collateral and open. Based on these features of the vascular bundle, identify the correct option for the below. It will be a dicot stem. Is it a dicot stem? 5th one. Yes, it will be a dicot stem. Okay, this one. I hope, children, let me see all the questions. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Okay, next question. A student observed the slide of mitosis under the microscope and observed that the chromosomes were placed at opposite poles. Now this might be confusing because in anaphase also it is towards the opposite pole, but not entirely, it is just moving away. So it is telophase where it happens, so your answer would be 2. Not 4, your answer would be what? 2, my dear children. So I hope you're getting things correct. Yeah, that is the 6th question. Going ahead with the next question, 7th. Identify the incorrect statement with respect to the rules of binomial nomenclature. Your answer for this particular question is going to be 2nd. Biological names are printed in italics to indicate their non-Latin origin. No, it's Latinized origin. We want to indicate that. That is why it is put in italics. So your answer would be 2nd. Okay. Going ahead, match column 1 with column 2. So over here, coccus means basically, I told you spherical. Now go with the last option. Spiralum basically means spiral. So one goes with the 3. A goes with 3 and basically D goes with 2. D goes with 2. There is only one option. Hence, your 4th option would be the correct option. Works? Okay? Works? Next question. Gemme are green unicellular sexual buds which develop in receptacles called gemmecups. My dear children, it is not unicellular, it is multicellular and it is asexual, not sexual as well. Okay, and protonema develops from a spore. That is correct. Okay, thank you so much, Mohammed Abid. Thank you so much. Children, I hope you're getting the answers. So 9th, your answer would be 1. Your answer would be what? 1. So whoever this paper belongs to, whoever this paper is, they are getting full on full in biology. So during a field trip, a student observed marine organism with worm-like body. The cylindrical body was divided into proboscis, collar and trunk. These features are found in Hemichordata and the organism belonging to Hemichordata is Balanoglossus. So your answer becomes what? 3. So 10th answer is 3. I hope children, you're getting things right. 11th, type of aestivation. This is vexillary. Vexillary, you have 3 options. Yeah, this would be what? This would be imbricate, my dear children. This is twisted, where one side is down, one side is up, and this is valvate. So hence your answer becomes 1. Okay, going ahead. Next question and 12th question. So radial tetrach and all those things, your answer is again 1. I do not want to explain much. So 12th answer would be 1. So over here A will be going with 2 and B will be going with 4, radial will be going with 3 and D will be going with that. Works? Now next, which of the following statements are correct with respect to frog, my dear children? So this is correct, that is Bidder's canal are present in the male frog, correct. Copulatory part are present in the female frog, wrong, it is present in the male frog. Sound producing vocal sacs are present in male frog, correct. So B, A and C are totally correct. Cloaca is present in male frog only, no, it is a common opening both in male and the female. So I will say this and this is wrong, only A and C is correct. With that I get 1 as the correct answer. Works? Cool? There is no negative marks, so don't worry. The reserve material in prokaryotic cells are stored in the cytoplasm in the form of what? Inclusion body. So your answer becomes 4th, nothing else. Okay, ma'am, your months of baby question exact was asked. Yes, that was asked. I was so happy to see that. Now the cell wall less prokaryote among the following is cell wall less. Okay, there is no cell wall in that prokaryote. Even though it's a bacteria, it is mycoplasm that does not have a cell wall. Only one that does not have a cell wall. Okay, now the graph showing the concept of activation energy. My dear children, if you do not use enzyme, you will need high amount of activation energy. So M stands for activation energy without enzyme, yeah, and this much energy will be required if enzyme is there. So this will be activation energy with enzyme. So your answer would be 3. Your answer would be 3, my dear children. Going ahead with the next question, match the stages of prophase 1 with column. Okay, this also we discussed in our live. Okay, so what is it? Leptotin, chromosomes visible under light microscope. Zygotin, chromosomes start pairing together. Picotin, exchange of genetic material, my dear children. Diplotin, dissolution of synaptonomal complex. Dikinesis, terminalization of chiasmata. With that your answer becomes 2. 17th, your answer becomes 2. Anwar, most welcome dear. Okay, so 17th, the answer becomes 2. Next question, read the given statements. In Calvin cycle, carboxylation is catalyzed by PEP carboxylase. Calvin cycle means what's a C3 cycle. In that you need Rubisco, not PEP carboxylase. PEP carboxylase is needed in C4, that is Hatch-Slack pathway. So both the statements would be wrong. Both the statements would be wrong, hence your answer should be 2. Hence for 18th question, your answer should be 2. Okay? Going ahead children, the TCA cycle starts with the condensation of acetyl group with. Okay, what happens? Acetyl group basically combines with what? Or oxaloacetate. I told you 4 oxaloacetate, 4 carbon, acetyl-CoA has 2, and together they bring 6 carbon citric acid. So answer is oxaloacetate 3. Okay, going ahead with the next question, match the plant growth hormones of column 1 with the column 2. Abscisic acid, my dear children, it's a carotenoid derivative. Now, in the live we studied kinetin is an adenine derivative, yeah? And auxin, my dear children, it is indole acetic acid. So basically, your answer, if you just know C and D also, it works. If you just know C and D, C goes with 1 and D goes with 2. So your answer becomes 1. Okay, there is no other option which says that. Your answer would be 1. 20th question. Thank you so much, Anwar, means a lot. Okay, now 21st question. The respiratory mechanism controlled by medulla oblongata can be altered by both pneumotoxic and chemosensitive area of pons and medulla oblongata. First one is your answer. You do not have any other options regarding it. Okay, second, 22nd. Which among the 3 layers of blood vessels, tunica intima, tunica media, tunica externa, is comparatively thin in veins? Obviously, they do not need big amount of tunica media because it is muscular layer. So it will be the one that is narrow. So it is tunica media. That is third option. Okay, works. Going ahead, 23rd question. Okay, in nephron, transport of substances like sodium chloride and urea is facilitated by special arrangement called Cauter-Curry mechanism that comprises of what? Henle's loop. Okay, that comprises of Henle's loop and vasa recta. 3 is your answer for this. Okay, works. Going ahead with the next question. In the mechanism of muscle contraction or shortening of muscle, the dash get reduced but dash retain the length. There is something that does not change its shape at all, that is A band, my dear children, that is, it is retaining the length only, yeah. And the one that shortens its length is I band. It is what? I band. Okay, because all the actin filaments are coming together, so which is why from the I band you have less area there. So your answer would be what? 4th. Got it? Got it? Got it? Got it? Can we move ahead? So identify the correct sequence of action potential as it arrives at the axon terminal. So first one, axon terminal, from that synaptic vesicles, my dear children, it will be having neurotransmitters, it will be releasing it to the synaptic cleft, from the synaptic cleft the post-synaptic membrane. After the synapses there is a membrane, yeah, and then post-synaptic neuron which is there. So your answer would be 3. For 25th answer, your answer is going to be 3. Works? Now identify the statement given below that does not correspond to the functions of cortisol. That does not correspond to the function of cortisol. Hi Vicky dear. Okay, so what is the answer for this question? I'll say maintains cardiovascular system, yes. Produces anti-inflammatory reaction materials, what do you think so? Yes. Okay, 26, yes. Yes. Maintains electrolyte balance, osmosis and blood pressure, no, it does not. Suppresses immune response, my dear children, yeah, yes it does. Stimulates RBC production, no. So 3 and 5 would be your options. That does not correspond to the function of cortisol. 3 and 5, where do I find it? Here. So this would be the answer. Okay, this would be the answer for this particular question. That is 26th. Okay, going ahead with the next question. When pollen grains of a flower plant pollinate the stigma of another flower of another plant, this is known as xenogamy, the third one. From here I think your 12th grade content have been started, which is why you might be feeling a little bit of what do you call, ma'am, I'm getting 55 after 60. That is awesome. So fusion of male gamete with central cell in the embryo sac is known as what? Triple fusion, my dear children. Okay, 3 nucleus are combined together, it is known as triple fusion. So your answer becomes 4. Okay, for 28th question. Now 29th question we discussed, this is vegetative cell, this is generative cell, my dear children. A is vegetative cell with abundant food reserve, and B is generative cell which forms what? The male gamete. G for generative and G for what? The gametes which are there. Okay, works? Going ahead with the next question. Match the hormone with its site of production. HCG and HPL, I told you it's placenta, my dear children. Progesterone, it is ovary. Androgens, it will be Leydig cell. Relaxin is produced by... Wait. Just a second. HCl, SVG is placenta. Progesterone is basically corpus luteum. Okay, it will be what? Corpus luteum, my dear children. And androgens is Leydig cells and relaxin would be ovary. With that, you get the answer which is what? 2. Which is 2. So for 38th, your answer is 2. Works? Adarsh K. Shetty, I'm getting 60. Wow, that's super awesome. Okay, next question. Choose the correct sequence of sperm transport during ejaculation. First seminiferous tubules, then rete testis, then it wants to exit via vasa efferentia, then comes epididymis, and then comes vas deferens, and then comes ejaculatory duct. So your answer would be what? 3. For 31st question, your answer would be 3. Now, next question. Select the mismatch pair. First month of pregnancy, my dear children, formation of heart, correct. Second month of pregnancy, movement of fetus, wrong, because it happens in the 5th month. So B is the one that is incorrect. So your answer would be 4. Your answer would be 4. That you have to find the incorrect one. Right? Now, going ahead, out of the following options, identify which one is not a natural method of contraception. Lactational amenorrhea is, periodic abstinence is, coitus interruptus is, implants is not, because in implants you put it under the skin, and my dear children, it is not a natural method of contraception. Works? Going ahead with the next question. In zygote intrafallopian tube transfer, the embryo up to dash stage is transferred into the fallopian tube. It is 8 cell stage. It is not more than 8 cell stage. It is just 8 cell stage. Okay, works? The Mad Max, ma'am, I love you so much. The last minute revision live was very helpful. Most of the questions were the same. Thank you so much, dear. Blinky Pie, I'll check. Okay, 26th question I will be checking back. Okay, after done the 60 questions, I will be checking back. Okay, there could be an error, I'll check. Now, statement 1, MTP is to get rid of wanted pregnancy. No, my dear children, it's for unwanted pregnancy. Now, MTPs are performed legally by qualified doctors by giving proper medical justification. It should be done, but in your book, it is written that it was performed by illegally by coax. Okay, that is that. So this is kind of confusing. It is, the statement is actually correct, that is they are performed legally by, should be the case, but is this the case in your NCERT? According to your NCERT, it is not the case, which is why I could say that both the statements are incorrect. But that is a debatable question that is there. Okay, that is a debatable question. But yeah, according to NCERT, it will be this. Both statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Now, How many types of gametes will be formed by the parent with the genotype capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c? You have to find the number of heterozygotes. 1, 2, 3, all of them are heterozygotes basically. So 2 raised to the power 3 is basically 8, and with that you get the answer 1. Okay? Fine. Vaishnavi, thank you so much, dear. Now, when a single gene exhibits multiple phenotypic expression, the phenomenon is known as, when a single gene is responsible for multiple phenotypic expression, this is known as pleiotropy. Example, phenylketonuria. So, your answer becomes 1. For 37th answer, your answer is 1. Now, the colorblind man marries a carrier woman, okay? The percentage of their colorblind progeny in the next generation will be. So, over here, suppose this is a colorblind man, this is a this is a carrier woman, okay? Now, when this and this comes together, this and this comes together, the female is affected, this and then she's a carrier, this and then comes together, the male is affected, here he is a normal person. So basically, can I say 50% of the progeny are going to be colorblind? She's just a carrier, she's not a colorblind person. So can I say, okay, I'll check, Abid, I will check. Okay, 26th question I might have missed, just give me a second, I might have not read properly. Okay, I'll come to that. So your answer becomes 4, that is 50%. For 30th question. Okay, now next thing, identify which of the following given pair option is correct with regard to Down syndrome and also Turner syndrome. So over here, broad palm physical and mental development retarded, that is correct for Down syndrome. Okay, for Down syndrome almost all of the things are correct except this one. Now for Turner syndrome, my dear children, sterile females with rudimentary ovaries, this is correct, whereas these two options are wrong, and also this is correct, but here this is not correct. That is why I'll go with this option, that is C. So C means you're talking about the first one. Okay, works. Sanjay means a lot, thank you. How gametes not 6? How gametes not 6? There is a gamete wala question. So over here, always you have to calculate the number of heterozygotes. So this is capital A small a, this is 1, capital B small b, this is 2, and capital C small c, this is third one. So there is a formula 2 raised to the power n. N is what? The number of heterozygotes. So basically 2 raised to the power 3 will be 8. Okay, I hope you got it. Shraddha? Okay, now going ahead, yes, we were where? We were here. RNA polymerase 2 is responsible for transcription of, we just discussed today, right? RNA polymerase 2 is responsible for transcription of hnRNA or mRNA, either of them. So your answer would be 1 for this particular question. Works? Next question. Which of the following enzymes increases the permeability of bacterial cell into the lactose? In cell to lactose, lactose gets entry because of this. What is it? It will be permease. It will be permease. Okay. It's Ayan, ma'am, I got 53 marks. That is so awesome. Shiva Malu, thank you so much, dear. Now, which of the following statements are correct with reference to prokaryotic genome? So, monocystronic structural genes, no, they are polycystronic. Introns absent in structural genes, that is correct. Transcription and translation are coupled, that is correct. Primary transcript undergoes splicing, there is no intron, there is no splicing also, this is wrong. Only one RNA polymerase is present, that is correct. So, I will say B, C and E options are correct. With that, I get 4th option. Okay, 42nd, it is 4th. Okay, now, when a change in the gene frequency of a population occurs by chance, what do you call this? This is known as drift. What drift? Genetic drift. So, second answer would be the correct one. Okay, it is known as genetic drift. Now, 44, Darwin finches represent one of the best examples of chemical evolution, genetic equilibrium, seasonal migration, adaptive radiation. They adapted, they radiated and they got adapted also. So, that is the thing. Okay. Now, next thing, choose the correct statement from the following. Charles Darwin traveled around the world in a ship called HMS Beagle. Okay, there has been gradual evolution of life forms, correct. Now, according to Darwin, fitness refers to physical fitness, no reproductive fitness, wrong. So, fossils are remains of hard part, this is correct. I'll say A, B and D is correct. Hubert Rice, a naturalist, worked in Malay archipelago, no, wrong. So, your answer becomes A, B and D. A, B and D, this is correct. Okay, first one is the correct one. Okay, works. Children, after that, we will come to your questions, your normally asked questions. Now, which of the following HIV replicates and produces its progeny viruses, my dear children? We discussed, yeah, it is helper T lymphocytes. If you had an option for macrophages, that would also have been correct. So, this is the correct answer. Helper T lymphocytes. Now, which of the following are the techniques for detection of cancer of internal organs? MRI, computer tomography, radiography, all of them are. So, basically, here radiography and MRI is involved, so this is correct. Here MRI and computer tomography is involved, that is also correct. So both A and B will be correct answer. A and B, so third one is the correct answer for this particular question. 47th. HF gamer, awesome child, awesome. Vikram, awesome. Everyone, great, great. Malignant malaria is caused by, we discussed, it is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. So your answer becomes 1. Now, drug prescribed to the patients who have undergone organ transplant is what? Immunosuppressive drug, that is cyclosporin A, which is produced by Trichoderma polysporum. So this becomes your answer. Not all of this, this. First one, 49, 1 is the answer. Okay. Next thing. Biocontrol refers to the use of biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. That is correct. Trichoderma species are effective biocontrol agents for several plant pathogens. Yes, they are basically they kill the root fungi. Okay, the fungi which are there in the root. Trichoderma itself is a fungus. They kill the root fungus also. So that is correct. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Last 10 questions. Match column 1 with column 2. Choose the correct options. Streptococcus is for clotbuster because it produces streptokinase. Penicillium, my dear children, is a source of antibiotic. Methanogens, biogas production. Annabella, it is a free living nitrogen fixing bacteria. So with that, your answer becomes 3. A goes with 2, B goes with 3, C goes with 4, and Annabella goes with 1. Your answer is 3. Okay? Great. Let's go. Match the contents of list 1 with list 2. Bioreactors are vessels which convert raw materials, correct. Downstream processing involves separation and purification, correct. Recombinant protein is insulin, humulin, you got humulin, yeah, Eli Lilly company got it. And PCR, it is for detecting the mutated genes in suspected, patients, in suspected patients. So I would say D goes with 2. Sorry, D goes with 3. So basically, if you see all of them, they're in. Your answer for 52nd question is third. Is what? Third. Correct? Now, the part of the plasmid that codes for proteins involved in replication of PBR322, a plasmid is, we discussed, it is ROP protein. Yeah? Sai Prasad, thank you so much, dear. Now, going ahead. To isolate DNA from fungal filaments, bacterial cells and plant cells, the enzymes required are chitinase, lysozyme and cellulase. Why? Because fungus cell wall is made up of chitin, bacterial cell wall is made up of bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, which is why you need lysozyme, and also plant cell wall is made up of cellulose, which is why you need cellulase for breaking it down. So 1 is your answer. Next, in mature insulin, many of the peptide is not present. In mature insulin, which of the peptide is not present? A and B is present, C is not present. C is not present. So basically, it is C peptide. 1 is your answer. Okay. Now, a scientist wants to produce virus-free plant in tissue culture. Which part of the plant will he use as explant? So, virus-free part, there are only 2 parts. One is axillary meristem, one is apical meristem. Axillary as in towards the side, the meristem that comes, and also apical at the tip. Okay. So, basically, this and this, B and C, B and C, B and C, this. 4th option is the correct answer. Okay. Next, some strains of Bacillus thuringiensis produce proteins that kill insects. Which one of the following is not killed by proteins of Bacillus thuringiensis? Cotton bollworm, tobacco budworm, armyworm, yes. Tapeworm is platyhelminthes. So they do not come under this category. So they, PT toxin is for lepidopterans and dipterans and all those things, but not flatworms like platyhelminthes. So this would be your answer. 2nd is your answer for this question. Now 58th, which of the following population attributes contributes to increase in population density? Obviously it is natality, that is basically the, what do you call it, birth rate, yeah, and immigration basically when organisms comes inside the population, right? So both of this. So 3 is your answer. Now in 8 individuals in a laboratory population of 80 fruit flies died during a specified time interval. What is the death rate in a population? So 8 by 80 is equals to 0.1 and hence your answer becomes 0.1 individual per time interval. Okay, works? Now, choose the correct sequence of steps involved in decomposition, my dear children. This was the question that I discussed. So fragmentation, basically you fragmented, then catabolism, then leaching. Sorry. First fragmentation, then leaching, then catabolism, then humidification and mineralization. So your answer becomes 2. Your answer would be 2. And with that we complete. And someone was asking about some question out there. Okay. Which question were you asking, children? Someone was asking some number of question. Okay, 26th question. 26th question. Let me see. 26th, where is it? Okay. Maintains the cardiovascular system and kidney function, correct. Produces anti-inflammatory reactions. Correct. Maintains the electrolyte balance and osmosis and blood pressure, wrong. Suppresses, okay, your answer is 1, not this one, okay, your answer would be 1. It stimulates RBC production. So the answer for this particular question, if you are confused, is just first one. Okay, now it's sorted. 28. HF Gamer, thank you dear. 28. Fusion of male gamete with the central cell. My dear children, central cell has 2 polar nuclei, right? Male gamete also has 1 more nuclei. So 1 nuclei, 2 nuclei, 3 nuclei, triple fusion. This is known as triple fusion. Works. 35th question. Okay, 35th question. MTPs. This is kind of confusing. Okay. Proton Gamer, ma'am, 16 by, oh my god, thank you so much, that's awesome. And for all of my children, ma'am, try to say my ma'am, Prakrutamba, okay, great Prakrutamba, and all the children who have done well, who have not done well, okay, you gave your best, I suppose, yeah, so please do not be disheartened. Okay, please do not be disheartened, it will be all cool, everything, something better, or probably the best version of something is going to come for you. So please, yeah. 35th question, ma'am. Okay, 2026 batch would be starting off really soon. We will update you. Please stay tuned with us, subscribe to the channel, and also join our WhatsApp channel. It will be helping you really well. Will that work? 35th question. This is 35th question, and this is kind of confusing for me also. So MTP is to get rid of unwanted pregnancy. This statement is anyways wrong because here wanted is written. So this statement 1 is anyway wrong. Statement 2, MTPs are performed legally by qualified doctors by giving proper medical justification. That is correct. In that case, it should be, okay, it should be this one, that is B. But according to NCERT, if you go, MTPs are usually performed, if you are talking about usually, that is usually performed by illegally by unqualified doctors and quacks. So that is the only confusion that is there. Preferably, I'll be going with the second option. Okay, because this statement is correct. MTPs are performed legally by qualified, or should be. Actually, if it was should be, then would have been more correct, which is why there is a confusion. So it is are performed, it is not necessarily always performed by qualified doctors, which is why there is a confusion. Okay. Mitosis question, please. Can you give me the question number, dear, please? Children, if you can give me the question number, because basically when you're putting 53, 57 and things like that, I feel it's a marks that you're telling, or basically the question number, I'm not able to understand that. Okay, so HF Gamer, thank you so much, dear, means a lot. Arshia, second option correct only. So I also believe like that, it's second option that would be correct, because that is the statement. But MTPs are performed legally, should be performed legally, should be more correct. Okay, chromosome placed towards opposite poles would be not anaphase, it would be telophase. Why do I say so? Because in anaphase we say it is moving towards the opposite poles for sure, but here they are saying it is placed towards the opposite poles, which is why there is a confusion, which is why I said telophase could be the answer, because they finally moved. Okay, if there is a change in that, okay, I'll let you know, I will definitely let you know that. Fine. Works, even though in telophase the chromatin comes back to the chromatin stage and things like that. So yeah. So children, I will be rounding up. Yes, telophase is correct. So I see a lot of children saying like that. Let's see, let's be hopeful. And as I said, children, for those of you who are going ahead with Comet K, please definitely enroll to Comet K, what do you call, crash course. It is there, probably in the link is given in the description also. So just check it once. Okay. I'm just, why I am saying this thing is that, why telophase is that, we say in telophase it arrives at the opposite poles and then everything happens, right? Finally it has to arrive. So it has arrived, and then only, what are you saying, chromatin condensation, or not chromatin, decondensation, and the nuclear mineral formulation, everything happens. So that is the only thing. Okay, so please, the borders between either phases are not very well defined, so it could be anaphase. Yeah, according to NCERT, yeah, the borders are not. But as I said, it is written in the question, I think. Can someone give me the question number? Can someone give me the question number? I almost forgot what is the question number. If you can give me the question number, it will be really helpful. Bio is not there in Comet K. But if you have your friends, 41 now. Which of the following enzyme increases the permeability? It is permease. Okay. 34th I discussed, dear. 34th is this one. In zygote intrafallopian transfer, the embryo would be up to 8 cell stage, not beyond that. It has to be put in the fallopian tube, right? So it should be 8. Ma'am, it is anaphase. I googled. So in Google, no, you have multiple answers, which is why we cannot rely on. I'm not saying it can be false. What you're saying is false, but I'm saying you, what are chances of telophase to become the answer? It is more than anaphase. Okay, so I don't see the question. If you could tell me the question number, it would have been good. Okay. Chalo. So children, Farina Banu, thank you so much, dear. It means a lot when you guys are acknowledging the effort, and I hope, I believe that you guys did at least, I could help you in some ways at least. Yes, according to me, telophase is right, but yeah, now someone was asking about this question. Yeah, I see. So the answer for this question would be dicot stem, dear. Conjoined, collateral and open, it will be dicot stem. Works? Chalo. Fine. There is no negative marking, so do not be worried. Okay, and that's all. Ma'am, what about question paper? What about question paper, da? Thank you so much, Vatsalya. Thank you, dear. Okay, children, so you carry on. If there is some change, I would be letting you know in the comment section below. Please do not be worried. Okay, I know certain questions are doubtful, even because of the statement things. But yeah, definitely trying it out once more. Okay, so that's all. Nijagan Aradhya, big thank you. Thank you so much, dear. And yes, that's all. Why didn't I? Probably, so next year, probably, if you guys are continuing, definitely is there. Ma'am, do you give classes for agriculture practical exam? I don't think so, but I'll definitely try soon. Okay, chalo. So, Arshia, thank you so much, dear, for that. And now, children, I'll be signing off. You also please take care of yourself. Be happy. Definitely do not forget to share this channel with your friends. Do not forget to like and also subscribe, and also please do not be worried about anything. However your exam was, just take a deep breath and relax. It's over. Okay, and we cannot do anything about it. So let's think about what could be done next. So think about that. Stay positive. Everything good will reach out to you. That is my guarantee. Okay, and if at all you need any help in anything, please put down somewhere. Okay, that okay, ma'am, this is the thing. As Priya Ammu, it's okay, dear. I get you. That's I know there might be some children who might be sad. I totally get it, but can we do anything about it? No. So let's see. Nijagana, I will suggest to my junior. Great. Ma'am, timings for math. Math has been already been done, da. If you're talking about Comet K, it will be soon. Dear ma'am, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for support, guidance you have been giving us through YouTube classes. Thank you so much, Preeti. And thank you, Shamant Kumar. PVG, love you so much, ma'am. Love you too, dear. At ATT, your Rahman, Ashara ma'am has told not to give the answer for this question. Okay, so anyways, so children, please carry on. If as I said, if there is anything, any changes, any more better answer for some complicated questions, I will put it down in the comment section. Yeah, so that's all. Bye bye, take care, lots of love.